Welcome. I am your host, Sandy Shellis, and it's really good to see everybody here. I am a little behind the times tonight. I did not have anything planned. I had nothing planned. And so I threw this together, but we're going to have fun tonight because there is stuff to laugh at. And if you don't laugh or you can't laugh, I'm sorry, but there's no life without laughter. Am I right? So let me say hi. Am I right? Am I right? Obsolete Optics and Donald and hello Reese, Catanite Opals and everybody. Tommy, as it looks like a lot of people are here. Jean, hi sweetheart, and Bella, and hello Chris, aging hippie, and John Glad. All right, I've got a busy show. Kim, thank you for moderating. Jean, thank you for moderating. And Looney Tunes, thank you for moderating. All right. So I have a lot to get started with, but I'm going to tell you how this all started really quickly. I actually wanted to do a show on telling you what I've been doing lately, watching true crime. And I was never a true crime person. And it dawned on me after watching these different series, and the latest one is Who in the Bleep Did I Marry? And they're hideous stories about these really awful, horrible people. And I was thinking, it would be a good show because the true crime stuff really, it kind of folds in with Collapse. It just shows you what fucked we are. I mean, people have been horrible to each other for centuries and centuries. And I've been doing a lot of studying on this stuff. But I did not stick to the true crime tonight because I was having a lot of fun with memes. And I thought, what are we going to do tonight? So we're going to have fun with memes. Are you all ready to start? You're all ready to start? Okay. So what I'm going to do is get the screen share up. We are ready to start the show. And like I said, it's, okay, here we go. So tonight, I've got a few things actually. And I'm going to start with the weather forecast. So let's do the weather forecast, guys. We have to sit down and really listen to this one. So here's the 7-day forecast from Sandy at Environmental Coffee House, ECH call letters. 7-day forecast. Today, snow, then 60 degrees. Tuesday, thunderstorms. Wednesday, wind. Thursday, well, probably snow again. And because, what the fuck. Friday, monkeys. Saturday, kale. Sunday, sunny, followed by existential crisis, but followed by ice cream. So I thought, okay, doesn't that seem like a weather report that we can definitely put our arms around? And then we're going to segue. We're going to segue to my sixth sense of humor. Okay, so I don't know what happened to me. Oh, okay. I'm going to make this big. So this one, I had put it on X and I found this the next time you think the 80s were cool. And then of course I had just gotten off the show with Jim. So I was like, oh my God, the aerosols. Was this the aerosol masking effect of the day? Now tell me, who of you out there I know the demographic of this show. So you tell me, who doesn't remember this one? Who doesn't remember hair like that? And quite frankly, I didn't quite have hair like that, and I did not. Um, I didn't. Couldn't find a picture of myself. And by the way, I hope that you know what, I'm going to check while we're talking. You guys just talk. I want to make sure that I don't have the delay on. I don't know if I did, if I took it off, if I had to take it off from last time. Oh, and I don't know how to do it. Let's see. So give me a second and we'll do that. You talk, and while everybody joins, you talk about the 80s. Talk about the 80s. I don't think I have the delay on, but I need to find where it is. Oh, shit. Oh, shitski. Well, I hope it's not on. No delay? Hopefully there's no delay. Oh, well, okay. I didn't check. I kind of forgot, so we'll just do that. Okay, let's move on. So now that we're all talking about the 80s and we're talking about laughing, we have to laugh. We really have to laugh. And again, forgive me because this one is not exactly that funny. Not really. But we have to keep our sense of humor. EIA expects world CO2 emissions to increase to 5.3 gigatons, which is 20% by 2050. Coal emissions will increase 6.6 gigatons, and that's 4%. And natural gas emissions, 2.3 gigatons, which is 28%. And liquid emissions will increase to 2.4 gigatons. Now, that's 20%. So that's kind of like pretty messed up, but it's not funny, but it's an example of why we have to laugh, because we know how serious everything is. So you see this one and you see how it's going to go up and up and up. Nothing's going to stop. And Elliot and Sam have their tain't going to happen. Tain't going to happen. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to play another video. Give me a second, and we're going to enjoy this guy because we are segueing into, here we go, into the moronocene tonight.
Songs write themselves. I call this one Sneakers to Suckers. He never worked a hard day at the factory. Never walked down one country
I hope Tennessee
road.
spelled right.
His daddy gave him $1 million, and he calls that a small loan. Yet he's fooled so many blue collars into thinking he could clean up their mess. He wouldn't piss on them if they were dying, or wipe his nose on their Sunday best. Now he's out hawking sneakers to suckers. There's one born every day. They can't put food on their table, but for him they'll scrape up and pay. Trading cards and mugshots or a tiny piece of his suit. He's out hawking sneakers to suckers, but he wouldn't walk a mile in their shoes. Well,
Brando, everybody. Yeah, we should just give him an applause. Yeah, you can find him on YouTube. I'll put the links in there. Definitely put the links in there. All right, so that was Tennessee Brando, and so he started out my uh sneaker meme night. So you cannot, I can't help it. Whether you want to call it Trump derangement syndrome or you want to just call everybody out, everybody's pretty funny out there. Every time something happens, on both sides, actually, but every time something happens, there's always funny shit. Trump's only successful business is selling crap to morons. What do you think? I think it's true. Yeah, definitely think it's true. Selling crap to morons. But we are also then going to take a little next, and we're going to look at Donald Trump. He drops his highly anticipated line of MAGA high top sneakers. Yay. I mean, you have to admit, there's funny shit out there. Funny shit. Yahoo. I think it is anyway. All right. Moving on. Update your wardrobe for only $399 plus shipping and handling and tax. Gold-plated high crimes sneaker. Okay. Now, we're going to move on. And what about this one? My husband is a broke-ass shoe salesman. Ow. Mine too. That was pretty funny. Mine too. I hope you guys are laughing because I found them pretty funny. Now, this one my brother sent. And what's next? You've got the hat. You've got the sneakers. Now's your chance to be like your leader and go on the gold. There's no way you can afford a gold toilet, so get the next best thing. Donnie's Gold Go-To Pan, only $199. With Donnie's Gold Go-To Pan, you'll feel like a billionaire, minus $438 million and counting. Coming soon, Donnie's Gold Diapers. Forget the bathroom lines at those long cult rallies. The pan is gold-plated because there's no way you cultists can afford real gold. Gold-plated. I thought that was pretty damn funny. People are funny, no matter how fucked we are. Hey, T-Bones, great to see you. Yes. That's pretty, yeah, it is funny. So we're going to move on. And of course, this is the United States. Elect a clown, expect a circus. And tell me, haven't we been living through a circus? When you think about this, it's 2024 already. And it seems like it just snap our fingers and we have another stupid election. But this time we've got two people nobody wants, right? And we've got serious things happening all over the world. Nobody wants the circus. And we find ourselves, there's other candidates, but in our system, they don't have a shot in hell, correct? And it is ludicrous that we're looking at this election like this. It's actually very cringeworthy, and I don't know how I'm going to get through the year. Quite frankly, I don't know how all of us. That's why we have to have humor. We absolutely have to have humor. And this is funny because everybody wants to associate Comrade Trumpski with Russia, and it is kind of funny. Really, when you think about it, it's so obvious he's like he is. And is it Trump derangement syndrome? Is everybody going to tell me that's Trump derangement syndrome? We have but we do have a lot of problems. We really do. And I have another one. But just think about it. And I'm not going to put that up there. Just think about it. We have this one's the best. When you've seen that day's look, but you couldn't quite remember where until now. I think that's hilarious. Yes, yes, yes. Tell me that's not funny, guys. I gotta look at that. Crazy train. Crazy train. Yeah. Where are you, Bella? Bella? I dedicated my life to protecting the galaxy from humans. That's a good one. Very good one. I like that. But look at their faces. And Tucker goes to Russia. He goes and interviews Putin. And then Putin sits there and says that he expresses sympathy, right? He expresses sympathy for Hitler. And he said Poland was forced to start World War II by refusing to give Hitler the territories. So, he was, it was sick, really, actually what he said, but it was quite telling. It's the perfect narcissistic blaming behavior. Putin, Trump, but they're all the same. They're all old. They're all, I think, bit narcissistic. But really, that was a very narcissistic twist of history, and all the clueless morons in the United States are cheering him on. And Tucker Carlson, who's probably never goes to a grocery store, was shocked at the price. But, prices. And then I'm sure all the other hosts have talked about this, but he looks at the shopping cart, and the shopping cart is like Aldi's. You ever been to Aldi's? Aldi's, you put a quarter in the shopping cart and you get your shopping cart and you bring it back. And he acted like that's never happened anywhere. And like and why would Russia have to have anti-theft shopping carts if people didn't steal them? So, trying to make out the country, Russia's just as propagandized and just as fucked up as anywhere else. Honest to God. And these two idiots. Okay? We love these guys. I'd rather be a Russian than a Democrat. I mean, okay. We're going to see why in a little bit, why this is funny too, because maybe these are Canadian guys, like the Canadians that went to Russia, who we are actually going to learn about. We're gonna go through them, and you know what? We might. But first, I'm going to make a comparison. Sir, do you have any family history of mental illness? Well, half my family thinks Trump was a Christian sent by God and was fighting for the Constitution. And the other half thinks Biden's coherent and cares about working class people. Okay, that's funny. But see, that's what people think because of the mess that we are in. A big mess. Geopolitical mess, global mess, environmental mess. We have and think about it, we have a huge literacy problem in the U.S., which is exactly why people are in the moronocene now, as it is. We have, I could just put off a list. NRA, Trump, Biden, fires, floods, droughts, ice melting, microplastics in human placenta, and think about the microplastics in animal placenta. We have Gaza. We've hit 1.5 C in our global average temperature and for a year now, right? So we've exceeded the targets of the IPCC. We have to laugh, because if we don't laugh, we'll cry and we'll never stop. We will never stop. So speaking about political, this is a by Matt, actually, who the letter hack, and I'm going to make it a little bigger so I can read it to you. Okay, kids, listen up. Today we're learning about capitalism, and not just that, but also your place in capitalism. And not just that, but how you can win at the game. Ooh, how you can win at the game. There's a machine filled with eye-catching prizes. You put your money inside it, if you have any, and you try to grab a toy with the claw. It's up to you if you fail or succeed, and you don't get your money back if you lose. Also, see, fun time capitalism play. The prizes inside are not worth the same value as the money required to play the game. Your time, energy, and investment yield a weak return. So you might be using you might be very good at the claw machine, but the claw is not designed to work as well as it should. You see, the owner keeps most of the prizes and all of the money. They get rich, while most people lose. hmm So, how do you beat the game called capitalism? Well, I'll make my own claw. I'll make the toys. I'll cover the cost of the loans. Easy. We'll learn the rules of the game so we can make our very own claw machines. And that way, we can get other people's money and be rich too. No. Break that fucking machine and end this stupid game and stop allowing the few to win while the majority go without. Life should not be a game at all. Okay, breaking stuff is fun. No more damn claw machines. Matt's brilliant. Yeah, so we're going to give him an applause. Thank you. That's the letter hack. But tell me that's not a really good, that's a good comic. Funny, sad, but it's great. It's great. Now we're going to move. Now we're going to move into weather. Tornado warning. Please move to your basements in Southern California. You see any basements there? You see any basements? Nothing but the waves coming to crash, the water running down the mountains, and all of the overshoot houses taking over. And people wonder why. They wonder why they're getting so much damage. Why are they getting so much damage? Because. All right. So let me move on. I'm going to show you this one. Immersed in Russian disinfo, a Canadian family moves to Russia in an effort to escape the decadent depravity of the gay West and promptly has all their money stolen, complains about it online, and is forced to apologize because now they can't escape the country. And this is actually really happening, folks. These people, I'm going to show you who they are, and we're going to move on to them. Oh Jesus, come on, let's go. All right, right-wing Canadian couple drags 8 kids to Russia to escape pride flags and get bank accounts frozen. Well, this might not end well. Along with this is the family. They left Canada, and I don't know if I'm going to read the whole thing, but along with his other hobbies, Vladimir Putin is making a PR push to rebrand Russia as a safe place for traditional conservatives, as he seems to have gotten some takers besides Tucker. Carlson may have dropped by last week to get beta-cucked by Vlad and squee over Moscow's clean subways and grocery carts, but even he is not dumb enough to want a dacha next to Edward Snowden and Tara Reid yet that we know of. But a couple of Dutch-Canadian YouTubers, and here is their channel, and here they are. They have a whole playlist, Moving to Russia. And they claim they're trying to immigrate to Russia because they believe pride flags flapping on Saskatchewan streets mean the end times of Christian persecution is at hand. And Russia is more of a Christian nation than Canada. In other words, cuckoo! They didn't have family there or know the language, but according to Arend, God told him to sell their farm and belongings and got 8 of their 9 children to Tbilisi for a final destination of Moscow. So they did. We can't wait to hear how this story turns out. The Feenstra haven't bothered to learn Russian first. So they did exactly I mean, think about it. They did exactly what they bitch about when the people come across the border in the United States anyway, and they don't speak English. We were native on that, said Anissa. I need to use the washroom, and on the door said male and female, but I don't know which was which. In America, that wouldn't be a problem. It's free for all in the bathrooms, but now in our world, it matters. Arend marveled. So next came the days of their Russian handler filling out reams of paperwork on their behalf in Russian and hours of submitting themselves and their families to mandatory physical exams, including blood and urine tests, which seems, well, not very Tucker Convoy of them. Before they left Canada, God, or whoever enticed them there, also didn't tell them about the whole banking thing, like they wouldn't have easy access to money. Visa or MasterCard don't work. Surprise! And attempts to access their banking accounts got them immediately frozen. Well, we have some cash, but not enough, complained Arend. And in a now deleted clip, you see, Anissa was at almost her last straw. Her last straw. She's like, oh, I'm very disappointed in the country at this point, she huffed. I'm ready to jump on a plane and get out of here. We've hit the first snag where you have to engage logic in this country, and it's very frustrating. But God will provide. And in Russia, his name is Putin. What happened next was deleted and is now a bit of a mystery, with the clip of griping immediately deleted. And a new one with Arend desperately backtracking. So after reading an article that said we were disappointed with Russia, we decided to remove our video. We were not disappointed with Russia. In fact, the opposite is true. What Anissa actually said was, I am very frustrated in the country right now. This was a reflection of her inner frustration with not being able to speak or understand. She was not frustrated with Russia. With that cleared up, the Feenstra seemed to have gotten an upgrade in their handlers. When they reappeared, they were driving around in a van, ISO plots of farmland in search of around their chosen city of Nizhny Novgorod, once known as Gorky after the famous content creator. Anissa and the children toured a Russian art class, and the family appeared on state television. The attention they ordered had arrived. Their YouTube subscriptions went from a handful to almost 100,000 overnight, which, if they had access to banking, would add up to a Copic or two. They haven't found oh my goodness. What's the matter? Why is Kim calling me? Wait a minute. What's the matter? She's calling me. Kim, you just called me. Kim, my moderator. I thought somebody couldn't hear me. Is everything okay on the live stream? My goodness. Why did her phone call me? Hello? Okay, so you're looking at I'm going to finish this because it's actually pretty funny. So they haven't found a farm yet, but now all 10 of them are in a 2-bedroom apartment with no vehicle and homeschooling. So you can hear me, right? There's what in the screenshot? Oh, that? Oh, that's in the screen. I see what you're talking about. Okay, let me get that out. That's okay. That was the whole thing anyway. Okay, there's the article. So that's what she was trying to tell me. She's calling me. She's calling me on the phone to tell me I left a screenshot up. Told you I wasn't prepared. I was out all day. All right. They haven't found a farm yet, but now all 10 of them are in a 2-bedroom apartment with no vehicle and homeschooling. But they say it's worth it because woke Canada is so bad. And by the way, guys, even if it was up, you're listening to what I'm saying, right? Okay. So on the show, A Russian Opinion, Arend said, you've got the whole woke movement where a traditional male is seen as toxic in the West. In many jobs, it's a hindrance to a good career because they're trying to pick people from colored backgrounds, minorities. You're in the worst category possible, emphasized the host, because what I could see, you're an alpha type white male, and just go back and show you. There's the family, okay? Because I left the meme up by accident because I have too much up on the screen. And we'll go back down to their little racist ranting in Russia. And, you know, you got to people from colored backgrounds or, you know, minorities. You're in the worst possible category, that host said. Because what I can see, you're an alpha type white male who's a farmer as well. So you've got the woke people after you, the vegans after you. You have the LGBTQ after you. You have literally everyone after you. Music to desperate to be persecuted ears. How about all of you move right now, racist conservatives? Yeah, so why don't all the racist right-wing conservatives empty out Texas and Florida and move to Russia? There's also the issue that Russia is what geopolitical experts refer to as a shithole. It's gray, cold, authoritarian, has a gross domestic product smaller than Texas. The land is mostly an unforgiving taiga, and there's frozen solid when it's not populated by swarms of mosquitoes that kill livestock by draining all their blood. There's also the government gulagging and or straight murdering anyone they don't like. Right? But are we laughing yet? Uh-huh. But Putin and the motherland are still plugging away at that rebranding potential. He has lately been calling it the fatherland instead. Very butch. And last May, Russian state TV announced the possibility of an expatriate village outside of Moscow for the hundreds of conservative-minded Americans and Canadians who Russia now claims they want to emigrate for ideological reasons, declaring the reason is propaganda of radical values. So today they have 70 genders, and who knows what'll come next. This is their channel, in case you didn't see it because I had the other thing up. I'm just here to entertain you. We're here to laugh tonight. So what next? Indeed, because the reason here is the propaganda of radical values today. They have 70 genders, and oh my God, who knows what will come next? Well, what indeed? With the YouTubes and the Zitter and the TikToks, the fatherland doesn't need Fox or the Republicans holding their dong to direct a nonstop stream of curated content gullibles. It has infinity hours to pitch the country of Solzhenitsyn. Remember him? Alexander Solzhenitsyn. As a haven for traditional values and wokeism refugees directly. So hear that, traditional conservatives. Your Dasha is waiting. Feenstas, we can't wait to see how it goes. And they do have a bunch of videos. And our first, and they have all this music and they're showing. I don't want to get.
We love Saskatchewan. We love Alberta for that.
They
too.
love Canada, but fuck them. So I can't do because I don't know what music they're using. So we're going to move on, and I'm going to see what you guys are doing. Sorry, Kim, I didn't see the chat. You know, she's calling me. That's hilarious. Calling me live on the show to tell me that shit's that I wasn't working. I love it. You know what? I love you guys. It is really great. But we are moving on. We are moving on to the MAGA test. And here it is. I got this in the mail, and we're going to take the MAGA test. This is from Trump, and this is an official Trump poll. This is a message from Donald J. Trump. I need you after the sham ruling. Democrats are ramping up their attacks on me, doing anything to preserve their grip on power. Yeah, and remember, let's just remember the high tops. And we're going to go down this in, okay. So they see us crushing crooked Joe Biden in the polls on rebuilding the economy, ending the border invasion, and stopping World War III. Our America First movement is growing. And you know what I think? We got to go back with the music because this is the good music for this one. So, you won't let it happen, right, MAGA morons? When we win back the White House, we will enact Agenda 47. So now he's taking Project 2025 and he's got Agenda 47. It's the most thorough policy initiative ever created. And right now I'm asking you to help shape it. Before the day is over, can you please take my Agenda 47 survey? Now, you've got to see this survey. Democrats think our agenda is finished. So I need you to respond now. We will make America great again. Now we're going to go down. Now look at these questions. Should we start with rebuilding the greatest economy in history? And no. Do you support America First trade deals that stop China from ripping us off? No, absolutely not. Should we unleash American energy dominance? Fuck no. Should we be tough on crime to restore safety, law, and order? No. Why? Should we reject globalism and embrace American patriotisms? Patriotism. Okay. Should we defend parents' rights and protect kids from liberal indoctrination? Fuck no! Should we end censorship and restore First Amendment and free speech rights? Did we lose them? We're going to lose them. Trust me. 2025, Project 2025, we're going to lose them. Should we stop election interference and restore fair and honest and secure elections? No. So I'm going to go down. Should we drain the entire D.C. swamp? Well, yeah, but not MAGA. Do you support building the wall, securing the border, and reclaiming American sovereignty? No. Should we declare war on violent drug cartels? Fuck no. Everybody needs to get high in this country. We're so fucked we need to get high. So then you answer the question, and then they're asking for money. So you can click that if you want to support $20.24, $47, and then it goes all the way up to $3,300. And I don't even know if that's legal. So, and then he asks you, because he's such a cheap motherfucker, I would like to cover the processing fee, so 100% of my donation goes to Trump Save America Joint Fundraising Committee. Man, I wish I had a joint. So this is President Trump, and I will never stop fighting for patriots like you. Joe Biden has destroyed America, open borders, skyrocketing crime, and record-level inflation. A lot of lies, actually, really. It's a lot of lies, and believe me, I am not thrilled about Joe Biden. So this is and they're asking you for money and you want to do all this. But what was really funny earlier before was there was something up there when I had sat on this too long, something else popped up to remind me to go take this thing. Oh my God. Oh my God. We are so fucked. We are so fucked. How are you doing out there, guys? Yes, yes, yes. Well, anyway, I think we should take a little bit of a break. All right. I need to stretch, and I've got a little treat for you. So hang on, and we are going to see somebody that we all love. We really do love this guy, and you know we love this guy. So let's take a watch.
And of course, it's not just in nature. In this country, the whole social structure just beginning to collapse. You watch. Just beginning now to come apart at the edges and the seams. And the thing I like about that is that it means it makes the news on television more interesting, makes the television news more exciting, makes it more fun. I watch television news for one thing and one thing only: entertainment. That's all I want from the news: entertainment. You know my favorite thing on television? Bad news. Bad news and disasters and accidents and catastrophes. I want to see some explosions and fires. I want to see shit blowing up and bodies flying around. I'm not interested in the budget. I don't care about tax negotiations. I don't want to know what country the fucking Pope is in. But you show me a hospital that's on fire and people on crutches are jumping off the roof, and I'm a happy guy. I'm a happy guy. I'm I want to see a paint factory blowing up. I want to see an oil refinery explode. I want to see a tornado hit a church on Sunday. I want to see people, I want to know there's some guy running through the Kmart with an automatic weapon firing at the clerks. I want to see thousands of people in the street killing policemen. I want to hear about a nuclear meltdown. I want to know the stock market dropped 2,000 points in one day. I want to see people under pressure. Sirens, flames, smoke, bodies, graves being filled, parents weeping, exciting shit. My kind of TV. I just want some entertainment. It's just the kind of guy I am. It's the kind of guy I am. You know what I love the most? When big chunks of concrete and fiery wood are falling out of the sky and people are running around trying to get out of the way. Exciting shit. That's why I watch auto racing. That's the only reason I watch auto racing. I'm waiting for some accidents, man. I want to see some cars on fire. I don't care about a bunch of redneck jack-offs driving 500 miles in a circle. 500 miles in a circle? Children can do that, for Christ's sakes. Doesn't impress me. I want to see some schmuck with his hair on fire running around punching his own head, trying to put it out. I want to see the pits explode. I want to see a car doing a 200-mile-an-hour cartwheel. Hey, where else besides auto racing am I going to see a 23-car collision and not be in the son of a bitch? And if a car flies out of control, lands in the stands and kills 50 spectators, fine. Fuck them. Serves them right. They paid to get in. Let them take their chances with everybody else. Just means more fun for me. More fun for me. Hey, at least I admit it. At least I admit it. Most people won't admit to those feelings. Most people see something like that on television, they'll say, oh, isn't that awful? Isn't that too bad? Lying asshole. Lying assholes. You love it and you know it. Explosions are fun. And hey, the closer the explosion is to your house, the more fun it is. Did you ever notice that? Sometimes you have the TV on and you're working around the house. Some guy comes on television and says, 6,000 people were killed in an explosion today. You say, where? He says, in Pakistan. You say, oh, fuck Pakistan. Too far away to be any fun. But if he says it happened in your hometown, you'll say, whoa, hot shit, come on, Dave, let's go look at the bodies. Let's go look at the bodies. I love bad news. I love bad news. Hey, the more bad news there is, the faster this system collapses. Fine by me. And of course, it's not just in nature.
Ooh, that was pretty good, huh? Yeah, that's good old George. I thought he would be a good like entertainment for the break time for me. So let's move on. I hope you're having a good time out there. Yes, Karen, he did tell the truth, didn't he? Yep, pretty funny. Hi, Devon. And oh, she saw him once. That's cool. Would today's adult understand him? Yeah, I think so. Yes, Anthony, he died quite a few years ago. Uh-huh. Yeah, that was a good one. Okay, so let's move on to a few more funnies because we actually need to laugh. And mind you, like I said, I was out all day. So being out all day I put this together in like no time at all. I'm telling you, I had all the shit. Okay, so we move on to a little serious humor. Isn't this what we do? Seems like a lot of us do this. If we're perusing the doomosphere or even Twitter climate, it's just like this. You feel like you're watching this happen because it's every single day. And when you're somebody like me who consumes this material every single day, it really does feel like this. And it might not be funny, but it was supposed to be a funny. So we're going to move on a little bit and I'm going to take it down a notch. I guess down a little notch. Over 800 police officers were at the parade today, and over 1 million civilians who were allowed to be armed. Yet they couldn't stop a dozen people from being shot. More guns makes us less safe. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because we had that shooting, another one in the United States, and all those people that had guns, police officers, and they didn't stop it. I don't know the whole story. I have no idea who did it. I know they arrested a couple of people, but the whole point was the irony of that state, which is like number 8 or even less in the lax gun laws. And I am not crazy. I'm not saying take away the NRA. I mean, not the NRA. Fuck the NRA. Take away the Second Amendment. I say stop manufacturing assault weapons to sell to clueless morons. Make regular firearms. It's not a problem to license them like we do motor vehicles, or have them have insurance. Just a little bit more. And then, I know the gun rights people say, but the criminals will get them anyway. But then if they get your gun that was licensed and insured and you didn't report it stolen, I guess there's a problem there, wouldn't there be? And again, I'm not against people legally owning non-assault level weapons. I mean, everybody that makes the case for an assault weapon is basically making the case to support the military-industrial complex. And we all say we hate the military-industrial complex, right? They do. All right. So we'll move over. We're going to move on. Take a little break. How about this subliminal message? Fonts matter. And thank you, Brett, Obsolete Optics. You'll always be mine. Or you'll always be mine. And that reminds me of the true crime shit I've been watching. Tell me that that's not true. Tell me that that's not true. The fonts matter. Yeah. How about this one? Climate Dad. We can't consume our way out of this. Electric cars, recycled bottles, and vegan McBullshit burgers are here to save shareholder profits, not our children's futures. Not a funny, but a meme. And a true one, because we can't consume our way out of this mess. No. Wow. The development of technology made life wonderful. No abandoned buildings, no poverty, no homelessness. The only downside is how sometimes I trip over invisible things that yell at me. Well, using augmented reality to disguise social blight turned out to be much cheaper than fixing it. Think about that one. Friendsville Community Church. Remember, in prayer, there's so many who are sick of our church and community. I'm sorry. I loved it. I did like that one. That was a good one. Okay, now we're going to take a little break. I have another little movie, and I'm going to take myself off the screen share.
Patriots, this is Trucker Jake. Let's talk about the New York City trucker boycott. Of course, overnight, liberals all have become experts on the trucking industry. They all know logistics forward and backwards. Well, we're all going to lose our jobs. We're all going to be replaced by AI. Here's the thing. We have a deficit in this country of 85,000 truck drivers. You want to do AI? Bring it. We could use the help. But it's not going to happen in my lifetime. It's not going to happen in your lifetime. It's not going to happen in your grandkids' lifetime. And then you're going to say, oh, the illegals, they're going to take your jobs. Really? The illegals? They can't pass a background check, can't pass a drug screening, and then you got the language barrier. What insurance company is going to hire someone who cannot pass a background check? So anyway, truckers, you're safe. Those of you truckers who have to work, totally get it. You do that. No one's going to eat your lunch if you're not going to, be part of the boycott. But those of you who are part of the boycott, God bless you. This is Trucker Jake. God bless President Trump. God bless MAGA America. God bless you truckers out there, and y'all have a great day.
God bless America. God bless Donald J. Trump and his lovely toilets. Yes, his lovely toilets. I need to fix my screen. Okay. Did you like that guy? I thought it was hilarious. I was married to a truck driver for 20 years, and he wasn't like that then, but he did become, I don't know if he's MAGA, but he got foxified, and he is a clueless fucking moron. and it's sad. But he's afraid of my daughter, and she yells at him all the time for being that clueless moron. So, we can hear it for that. But that guy was that was good. So I hope you enjoyed that little ditty. Let's see where we are. We are at the church. Oh, okay. Let's move on to AI. Our friend Dubergirl News. 10 million bots have been added to Twitter to make this site more attractive to investors. And no, you are not losing your mind. You are being harassed because Elmo needs to look good at all costs. This site is effectively dead and only exists to get you angry and click more. Now, this is Linda Yaccarino. She's the woman that Elmo put in. More than 10 million people have signed up for X so far this December. Now, that was in December, and truthfully, we've seen it, those of us that are on climate Twitter, and I've been trying to take a break because it's highly addicting. It is addicting. I'm going to tell you right now, it is addicting, and I've been putting my phone in my bedroom, far away from where I'm sitting, if I'm in the living room reading or watching true crime, which is the newest little addiction, besides reading the book by Lyle Lewis I'm reading, who I'm interviewing next week. Okay. And here we are. We've landed on Mars. Now we can build a brave new world. And our brave new world is just going to be full of all the shit that the brave old world was full of, isn't it? Isn't it? Well, that's about the last one I have. And I had quite a lot of them. I definitely had quite a lot of them. So we'll just go back and we're going to have a little chat. And I don't think I have another video. Nope, I got everything. I talked about everything I wanted to talk about pretty much. I covered all of it. And let me say thank you to two people who were so generous that gave me super chats. Hell yeah, this guy was on fire. Thank you, Kano. Thank you, Kano from Thank You So Much. It's a beautiful thing. I got a lot coming up. Let's see. I haven't been able to leave my house because I need brakes and tires. And I had to go out today because I had to go to the hospital. To get a mammogram because, us women, we got to have our boobs assaulted every so often. So, pair character, bowing down. Thank you. And thank you, Kristen Rose. That was really, really sweet. Very sweet. And, let's see, Thomas, he had said, what would happen if every American adult took out credit cards, maxed them out, and then refused to pay any of the balances? Well, I don't want to personally do it. I had debt, and I worked really hard to get rid of most of it. I still do, but it was a lot carried over from a divorce, I mean, all life happens, like we all have. We all have life that happens. Cheers to boobs. Yeah, and actually, I'm going to tell you today, it really didn't get squished too bad. She didn't hurt me. And guys, take care of those chesticles. Thank you, Benny. Oh, it's always great to have Benny Loco here. But seriously, there's a lot of serious issues going on, but my God. And I really am grateful because my family, my little family, my brothers and my daughter and my mom, we have this chat and we send each other all these comics and and we laugh. We really laugh a lot because, my God, it's just, if you don't, what the fuck do you have? I mean, I laugh, I sing. Personally, you like boobs? Well, that's nice. So do I. I think boobs are beautiful. And I remember back in the day, my bio dad, dearly departed, he used to call assholes boobs. I don't know if you guys, any of you remember that. That was probably an old term for asshole, moron, clueless. All right, so let's see. Oh, wait. boobs were overpowered, so God said, let them have cancer. No thanks. Not for me. I got nobody to take care of my house and my cats. So nothing's going to happen to me. Oh, everybody's liking the boob thing. Yeah, look at that. Boobas are a beautiful thing. Sure they are. Sure they are. All right. So is there anything else you guys want to talk about now that I covered all of the funny stuff? Now that we know Kim calls me if I fuck up on the chat, on the screen, on the thing, which really was great, actually. It was funny. Kim, that was really funny. I didn't turn down the ring, and I really wasn't looking at the chat, so I did not know that I forgot to. Yeah. Wait, conversation peaked at the boobs? Oh, shit. Oh, my God. That's good. All right. Well, anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming. It was a fun show. I wanted to go over the funny things, the people, those people that they're, these people. There's the one that I kept up. Making a goof on Trump and Russia and all that stuff, And whoever wants to say it's Trump derangement syndrome, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. I probably have derangement syndrome over a lot of things, but I know what's serious. Am I banned? Why would you be banned? You're not banned. Nobody's banned you. Not that I know of. I see ya. Anyway, so it's been fun. And I'm keeping an hour. And I want to thank everybody again. And do you have anything, anybody want to talk about? Yeah, okay, here we go. Biden helped lead the effort to deregulate the credit card industry. Right. He did a lot of shitty things and supported a lot of shitty things when he was a senator. He's not perfect. I guess I can end with the comedy act that is the 2024 election in the United States between actually two of morons. And we live in the moronocene, don't we? Two of them. So thank you for taking this trip with me into the moronocene tonight, having a little fun. It was. And we got a laugh. And at that, I think, well, wait a minute. Oil exports are up 40 times under Trump and Biden. Well, of course they are. You think anybody's going to change? It's business as usual, baby. Business as usual. Yeah, an old smelly rapist and an old man. It's very sad. It is really, really sad that this is what we have. My gosh. But anyway, the irony of having to forced to pay for our own demise. Karen, your climate agent show was good last night. She's getting these nice people, really interesting people on her show. I like it. So actually coming up, I've got Max Wilbert, and I've got a couple of things going on, but of course, Jennifer's back with me Friday night, which is the best. I'm really very happy. So here we are. We're at 58 minutes, and it's been a great night. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for joining. Maybe I'll be able to get my breaks done. My cat neutered. My other cat, his allergy shot. Who knows? But seriously. Everything that is not a lot from this channel. I'm just grateful. It goes to the channel. All these subscriptions. Plus, I have some learning to do. And at that note, I'm going to say good night. And let's dance it out.
Bye.